Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
I am Professor Knowledge. Welcome to my classroom. Facts provided by historyfacts.com. Subscribe to their newsletter to receive daily history facts in your email. Here is today's useless history. Pants were considered uncivilized in ancient Greece and Rome. Though it's nearly ubiquitous today, wearing pants was considered highly uncivilized in ancient Greece and ancient Rome, where tunics and cloaks, such as togas and chitons, were the norm. The anti-pants sentiment had little to do with clothes themselves, and was more a result of xenophobia toward the cultures that traditionally wore them. Ancient Greek texts deride pants on Persians and Scythians, two groups who were frequently at war with Greece, and in ancient Rome, pants were associated with the Gauls, who fought Rome in the Gallic Wars. Even academic texts are full of trouser trashing. In his treatise De Air Acquisiti Locis Air, Waters and Places, written around the 4th or 5th century BCE, famed Greek physician Hippocrates belittled the Scythian people by calling them the most impotent of men. In part because they always wear trousers and spend most of their time on their horses. In the early 2nd century CE, Roman historian Tacitus wrote that Roman general Aulus Caecina Alienus offended the public when he rode through Italy wearing trousers in 69 CE. And in the 5th century BCE text, the Histories, ancient Greek historian Herodotus quoted a wise man giving advice to the king of Lydia about conquering Persia, which, he said, had no luxury and no comforts. As evidence, he pointed out that they wear trousers of leather, a pretty high-priced item today. For the record, the pants-wearing Persians ended up conquering Lydia. In that conflict, anti-pants rhetoric persisted even as the fashion tide changed. The Theodosian Code, a set of Roman laws published in the 5th century CE, banned wearing trousers, punishable by exile, although many Romans had started wearing pants by that time because they were practical, warm, and much more comfortable than bare legs for riding horseback. By the medieval period, pants were a staple garment throughout Europe. The word pants has comedic origins. Pants weren't just a joke to the ancient Romans and Greeks. The word pants comes from commedia dell'arte, a form of Italian theater dating back to the 16th century, which featured a character archetype named Pantalone. Typically, Pantalone was a scheming old villain who eventually became the butt of a joke and was often costumed in a pair of red, tight-fitting trousers. A similar style of pants, known as pantaloons, an anglicized form of pantalone, became popular in England during the Restoration period. For a few hundred years, pantaloon referred to various types of trousers, until Americans started using the word pants in the early 19th century. Interestingly, the word pants was considered vulgar by some people well into the 20th century. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, saying someone was pants, for instance, Fred is pants, was an insult, meaning the person was disliked or untrustworthy. Thank you for joining me in my classroom today. As always, you can find more useless history at roguemedianetwork.com or anywhere you get your podcasts.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.